Happy belated Valentine's Day, everyone. This is our Valentine's Day meal. It's really, really good. It's not complicated. We're going to show you how to make it. And I really hope you guys enjoy this video.
All right, we have our sweet potatoes, asparagus, onions, got some grill-made zesty herb, gorgonzola cheese, salt, pepper, cherry blend for the sauce, crab cakes, and our lamb.
All right, these are our large cast iron pans. I love these pans so much. If you do not have cast iron pans, invest in them. There's a reason your grandma got 13 cast iron pans. There is a reason. And you do have to season them. I'm lazy with seasoning mine. Alan washes them and cleans them because I'm the rust queen. I don't know how I keep rusting our pans, but I do it all the time. So just, be careful.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to warm up right now.
It's awkward, but needed.
Asparagus is going in here. Potatoes in there.
Yeah, potatoes, asparagus, lamb, sauce. Just wait for things to start going. For the record, we found out how to voice over.
There should be a way in the video settings to remove the sound and then do your voiceover.
Yeah. Make sure your cameras are adjusted correctly before you start a video because you're gonna feel so stupid like I just did fixing the camera.
It's gonna be so good.
Alright guys, so this is gonna be the sauce for the bottom of the plate. It's for the lamb. It's gonna give a sweet and salty thing going on. I really just got some Stop and Shop brand mixed berries. I really need to be in shot. Day.
All right, so we're about to check if the pans are warm enough right now.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
We're gonna go ahead and add our sweet potatoes on the back eye. Make sure we got it there. Don't want to drop nothing.
Our tattoos look really nice. Okay, guys, we're really just waiting for Alan to get a spoon and then some brown sugar. But side note, funny story. So me and Alan bought a thing of champagne for Valentine's Day. We put it in there on Friday in the freezer. Tell me why. Sunday, afternoon, we look in there after we've already been in the freezer 5 times. We go in there and the whole thing is completely busted open. It exploded. So for all you little connoisseurs, don't just put champagne in the freezer for days. So along with brown sugar, you're also going to add cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. That is a holy trinity. Anybody who has a grandma from the South knows you do not do sweet potatoes without those 4. I would say 3 or 4. So I can't count. I'm not getting math. What was it? Math class. Never was good. Make love to them for a little bit. Where are they still going? Make love to them real quick. And then you're going to put the asparagus on them. Victor, little do you know, this pot got another 20 minutes to be done. So, stop, Victor, stop.
All right, we're going to add our onions in. Just going to get them a little brown. And then go ahead and put the asparagus on there with it.
And mind you, the asparagus is bacon wrapped. We didn't show wrapping the bacon on the asparagus because we accidentally deleted it. But yeah, you pretty much just take a piece of bacon and you wrap it around the asparagus. Try to get maybe 4 big pieces of it. We had to do 8 because I got the smaller, the thin stalks. And you also need to cut off the bottom of the stalks of your asparagus. It looks a lot nicer. And usually the bottom parts are really, really thick and chewy. If you like fibrous greens, then you'll like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but health-wise, it's really good. So it's really up to you if you want to do that. So at this point, we just took forever to sweat out these onions. The eye was really low. I don't know why. We just kept recording. We should have stopped recording. But yeah, it's what you would do. You're sweating onions is when you're cooking them, they start getting a little soft, and you smell them like the whole house smelling like an onion exploded in it. That's when you know you have sweated out your onions beautifully.
I thought it was me for a second.
That was you. That's it.
Yeah.
Ew! Don't say that. And that popping sound is the most beautiful sound to hear when you are cooking onions. That's the sound you want to hear for you when you're cooking anything. So pretty much here we did was made a little hole to put the asparagus on. And when you put your asparagus down, you're gonna want to put them the flap side, like the ends down, so it sears it off and creates like a little mini cocoon. If you don't do that, you'll have your bacon floppy and it won't stick all the way around and it won't be wrapped. It'll just be asparagus with some bacon on top, which is just, it's not what you want. You want to be cute for Valentine's Day.
All right, so we're gonna turn the asparagus around. You want to get it nice and brown, like that side.
So this next part is my favorite part. It will be rubbing the meat. So what we're gonna do is take this seasoning. I love McCormick seasoning. All my seasonings are most of the time McCormick. This is zesty herb. And we also marinated the lamb in a Worcestershire sauce. How do you say it? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna rub that meat, okay? Don't be afraid to rub it. People are afraid to touch meat and stuff like that. No, you wanna rub it. And you wanna rub it on both sides. One side got a lot better than the other, unfortunately. But I mean, that's cooking, you know how that goes. And just look at that. Yeah, rub that meat. It's amazing. Ooh, got it on your fingers. Yeah, also make sure you get the sides too. Those matter. And plus, when you go to slice it, that will be a side of someone's meal. So you just want to make sure you get that too. And I get super stuck on my hands. That's one thing I hate about having nails. So this next part is ooh, do you hear that sear? That's what you want to hear when you're cooking a sear. You want to sear your meat. All right. Oh, side note, I have my oven on 350 because we are going to throw this into the oven. I finished all my meat in the oven. Too hot, though. Take my hands off this. It's good. Oh, Lord, so you're pretty much going to let that sear for a couple minutes. It's really up to you. I like my meat medium. I am an adult. I'm not eating well done meat. It's like chewing on a leather, whatever. I'm not eating that. So I was actually really disappointed with the sear on that side. I'm going to end up searing the other side again. I think I coated it too much with the seasoning. Yes, you guys can coat something too much with the seasoning. You can. And kind of made like a barrier so the meat was not getting seared the way I like it. I'm very particular about how I do my sear, so I am going to fix it. I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. You get some butter?
For a couple of minutes each time.
So at this point, I'm adding some butter. It's not real butter. I can't believe it's not butter. I try not to eat too much butter. We already had pork in this, and we don't really eat pork in our family. So try not to add too many things, but if you're gonna eat with butter, baste it. I'm pretty much just put it around the backside, but you also don't want to tip that pan and pour the butter repeatedly over your meat, whether it's a steak, lamb, any red meat, any meat period, any fish, anything like that. You're gonna want to baste it. I decided not to because, like I said, it was Valentine's Day. I wasn't really trying to go all overboard. I just wanted to eat. I'm gonna lift it up. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I burnt the shit out of myself. Try to play it off. There we go. Oh yeah. See that? See that bottom? How it's nice and dark brown. That's the sear I wanted on the other side. Oh yeah. But show them, sis.
Sounds amazing, isn't it?
It looks really good. So at this point, I went to go wash my hands. You're going to start to see things dwindling away. Please clean as you cook, especially on a holiday. Nobody wants to come back on a holiday to go clean the kitchen. By the time this whole meal is over, our kitchen was spotless. The only thing we had there was our cast iron pan. And everyone cast iron pans, so it takes like 5 seconds to clean because you just pretty much put some water in there and some salt and call it a day.
Alright, so at this point, I'm going to be the one flipping it. She doesn't want to flip it anymore. She keeps burning her fingers. I also burn my fingers multiple times because the bone is just scorching hot. Turn it over. Nice and dark. What you see on the top is the seasonings, like you said before.
On the side, the actual side.
I wasn't putting it in the middle of the pan.
No, I was trying to get you to sear it on the side. Like, I was searing on the side. He just kept like flipping it. I was like, no, on the side. Like, not the side of the pan, the actual side of the pan.
I'm no good at following directions.
Keep mine. You got like
I damn near do stuff my own way.
And that was me starting to pick off some of the coating. Because one thing people do wrong with cast irons is you guys turn them up so high that you've actually burnt the skin and you're not cooking the inside. And I was getting afraid. You can see our cast iron was smoking from the oil, so I wanted to make sure we weren't just burning the skin, we were actually cooking the meat. Like a lot of times you've been to a restaurant and the whole outside of your chicken was dark, but the inside wasn't cooked. That is why their cast iron's too hot, or whatever they're cooking was too hot, and they burnt the living hell out of the skin. And our cast irons, we have a gas stove, so our cast irons heat up like no other.
Very quick.
Very quick.
Alright, right now we are gonna put it in the oven. Let it be in there for about four minutes or so.
Yeah, it depends on how well done you like the meat. Like I said, we like ours. My cow gotta be moving a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm an adult. I don't care. You gotta move a little bit. And then the meat is out. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, it's peep. I am putting mustard on there. I learned this in culinary school. One, mustard is a natural tenderizer. You should really put it up there in the beginning. But I need to get that cheese. Burn my fucking finger looking stupid. Need to get that cheese to stick. We're going to use a gorgonzola to make a crust. And also how you know your meat is done. Look how brown that bone is. It is no longer red. So now I'm going to sit here and look stupid and struggle. You see I'm using my nails to do it and it's still not working. Shit was hot as hell. So now we're going to coat the cheese. So obviously it did not work. I don't know what I was thinking. I know how to coat things. It was just, like I said, couple mimosas later, I'm not really the best cook when I'm super drunk. So at this point, what I did was I just started to pack that cheese up there. I don't care what anyone says. I love cheese. The cheese is going to go up there. I didn't coat it all the way around. Alan's not really a big ripe cheese eater. I love blue cheese, gorgonzola, all that kind of stuff. Alan isn't huge on it, so it was going up top. I was going to get my cheese regardless. But, I wasn't going to do too much. I didn't want to ruin his Valentine's Day. All right, now what you're gonna do is put it back in the pan. Mind you, the pan is still hot, so please be careful. All right, our vent fan's loud. Yeah, I kept packing it up there. If it was me, that whole container of cheese would have been up there. I love cheese. And then what you do is you put it back into the oven. All right, guys, and you're not gonna put it in there for a super long time. Just enough for your cheese to get that brown on it. And we pulled it out. Also, in the meantime, we went ahead and put our crab cakes on the eye, the same eye the asparagus was on. And ooh, look at that. Oh, it stinks so good too. I love smelly cheese. I love it. I don't care what anyone said. I love a stinky cheese.
All right, once again, you see me here, taking the L. I gotta take it off.
Hurry up, don't drop it like that. There
Burning my fingers.
The things you do for love. Dump truck in the back. Side note, I was ashy and Alan clearly did not care. He told me I was not ashy in this video. That was fine. He don't care about me. So I made a little bed of the sweet potatoes. You can see we're going to build from the top of that. All my culinary friends know that I loved plate decorating. I actually didn't like plate decorating at first, but I was forced into it because I had a lot of friends that loved doing it. And I always got grouped into classes with them. So I'm pretty good at plate decorating. Yep. And then we're going to do all that. Get it nice and like, well, I feel like a little mound in the beginning. Like on the plate. Because, like I said, you're going to build up there. Place your asparagus how you want it. If they were the thicker stalks, I could have had them up like I wanted to. Like a little teepee kind of thing. But they were the thinner stalks, so they were pretty soft. They had a little bite to them, but they were pretty soft. Shout out to the Art Institute for making me self-conscious and always having to wipe off my plates. As you guys know, I went to culinary school, and one thing they will make you feel insecure about is little droplets of random things on your plates. All right, so, and that's the sauce. Side note, I actually burnt that sauce. I left it over there too long. I had to like rehydrate it, so it's not as like saucy as I wanted. That's once again too many mimosas before drinking. Before cooking. So, yeah. All right, guys, this is a very funny part. This is the first time Alan has ever cut lamb. Anyone's ever cut lamb, there's a bone there. And I kept telling him, cut it to the side, cut it to the side. My knife was super sharp. I had just sharpened it. This is me teaching him.
Yes, I did get instructions before on how to cut it.
You see me pointing?
and somehow I still managed to hit the bone and not turn the knife.
And I'm just like, what are you doing? You can see him turning it in the wrong direction. I'm like, no, turn it this way. And she's like, no, I can't. I was like, okay, well, you want me to help you? And he's like, yeah.
At this point, she just took over. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. And then I struggled. I was like, what the hell? I know how to cut. Like, I've cut plenty of lamb. I know how to cut lamb. And I was getting really, I was trying to get pissed off. You see me, like, my knife shaking. I was trying to shove it in there. I was like, yo, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I know how to cut lamb. I was like, the hell? There we go. Okay. I figured it out. Alan actually didn't have the knife right in there correctly. I was like, oh, okay. And then you see how effortlessly I'm going to start cutting it now. It should be one big swipe. You should not saw down on your lamb. But my little arms, I don't really have much strength.
Here I come, coming in for round 2. And failure. Here we go.
At this point, I got pissed off. I was hungry. I was like, all right, you see him like bending the lamb. I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. So then I just took over. I was like, no, just move. And then I just did it.
Effortless.
It's a finesse.
Simple directions go a long way.
And then you see my cheese coming off because what you're supposed to do is roast it in the bottom. But I've never roasted with this oven in our housing that we're in. We were in military housing, for the record. That's why I have white stoves. And so I was a little afraid of using the broiler to really get that coating. So it's going to slide off if you really don't coat it. And I didn't cut all the way down. Sorry. I failed. My mentors didn't cut all the way down. And then we're going to just plate it ever so beautifully And like I said, I love my cheese. So, of course, the cheese was getting put up there. I don't care how it got up there. It was going to get up there. I was going to be pissed off if I didn't have any gorgonzola cheese
And
on my lamb.
it was actually really good.
Yeah. And then, like, what the cheese does, it gives, like, that nice, salty, ripe flavor. And then the zesty herb on the lamb. And then you have the fresh berries on the bottom. So it's like layering of flavors. So as you're biting, you're getting a sweet, salty, herby, fruity thing going on. It's amazing. And it's really cute for Valentine's Day. And there goes the final result.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.